Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, this is Iron Torch 20, and after a lengthy hiatus that involved me moving, I'm back to record for the Let's Play Cornered Licensed Summer, and this is going to be Batman, based off of the 1989 Tim Burton movie, which was actually a pretty solid movie if you ask me. I mean, I just watched it again on Netflix, and I do like the way it's paced. I do like the that it is well balanced and doesn't focus too much on action or too much on, you know, one character. Well, they do focus on the Joker a lot, but that's because Jack Nicholson was playing him. And if you do wait long enough, you do get this cutscene. And once again, I have no idea how this is going to look on YouTube with the flickering. But either way, the plot is based off of the movie. What you have is, you have the 200th anniversary of Gotham, and pretty much how it was in this version of the movie was that the Joker was actually the one that killed Batman's parents, but instead he was just an ordinary thug at first, and then they went to he got dropped in a bunch of chemicals and then became the Joker. I do like the way it's paced, that they do have him meet Bruce Wayne when he was a kid, and then him and Batman met, and then the Joker met Bruce Wayne, and then Batman met the Joker. I mean, I kind of like the way that went. And then, of course, Vicky Vale's there as the reporter, who also happens to be Batman's love interest at the time. Even though, you know, Batman's not really one for a love interest, except for maybe Talia al Ghul, but, I mean, I figured that was more of a nepotist thing. But either way, this game was made by Sunsoft, and it featured a lot of really cool cutscenes, and it also has really great music. And see, your first one is, obviously you have jump and attack, and if you press the start button, you get to shuffle between your weapons, and the Batarang is going to be the primary choice of attack here, just because it only takes up one, I guess, whatever unit of ammo you have. And then, you also have this missile launcher, and then you also have this disc thrower, which is really cool. And then the weapons in this game are really cool. And also you get that, and then you get ammo refills, and then those bees are going to be just a refill, or just to get points. I think you can get a 1-up if you get enough points, but don't quote me on it. And also one of the things that makes this game so much fun is the music, as well as the fast action. And see, besides just moving and punching stuff and then throwing batarangs, you also do have to attend for a lot of enemies. And of course, because this is an NES game, they are going to respawn. But see, those things are just proximity triggered mines. I mean, no big deal. But one thing I do like about the controls is that they give you a wall jump, and all you have to do is just press A next to them. And one thing to note about Batman's jumping is that he does do like this whole squat right before he jumps. So that's just something to know when you're trying to time jumps. Oh, really, all you gotta do is just take care of enemies here. And see, the graphics are pretty solid, but what I really do like is that you really should give the soundtrack a try. And since this is a Sunsoft game, they know what they're doing with music. But then again, this game's a lot different when it comes to having a good soundtrack. I might as well just show off this disc now. Yeah, pretty awesome weapon. I'm going to be using that quite a bit. The problem is that the batarangs take up 1 unit, let's see, the missiles take up 2, and then the disc takes up 3. So once again, when you are allocating, that's just something to know. And there are places where you can farm for, these things. And I definitely waited too long to take him, or to attack him. Well, let's just see if we can just make it to the end here. And now we're up to the boss, and the boss is going to be Killer Moth. And pretty much all we have to do is just stand in one spot and just wait for him to dive at us and then throw a batarang at him. That's really the easy way to go about doing this. And then the good thing about having the battering is that if you get the distance right, you can get multiple hits, which is going to be really useful for taking out bosses as well as taking on enemies. But yeah, that's the first stage, and there are 5 stages in total. And I am going to be doing 1 per video. So I mean, this looks like a good place to call it, so join me next time as we take on the Chemical Axis Factory. I will see you then.